Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is NORAIMAN bin IBRAHIM. I'm from Bmmm. My metric number B0919101172. Today we will talk about a project that relates to a projectile motion. So what is projectile motion? Projectile motion is a special case of two-dimensional motion. Projectile also defined as anybody throw with some initial velocity, which is then allowed to move under the action of gravity alone without being held by engine or fuel. So a particle moving in a vertical plane with an initial velocity and experiencing a free fall acceleration display a projectile motion which is downward. For example, projectile motion are the motion of ball, the ball being thrown, and another example is the motion of a person jumping off a diving board. A projectile move at a constant speed in the horizontal direction while experiencing a consistent acceleration. So in our project, we will assume that the air or any fluid through which the object is moving does not affect the speed, the motion. In reality, it depending on the object, air, and any resistance that can affect the motion of the object that has been thrown. So this project is designed to allow us to apply the law of physics and equation for projectile motion to our launcher design. For this project, we were assigned to test our launcher to determine whether it can accurately launch a ping pong ball and hit designed target. So the rest of calculation and design I will pass to my friend.
Hi, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Muhammad MUSTAQIM bin ROSMAN RIZAL. My metric card number B0919103881. Okay, as you can see here, this is our prototype for this project, mini catapult launcher. Okay, the material that we use to build this are okay. Basically, we use the stick as our main material because the wood stick have enough strength to withstand the force that we add on the launcher. Okay, the straw is used as the plastic spoon holder, and the straw is tied up with the rubber band on the two sections that is on the bottom and the upside. Okay, the elastic of the rubber band is used as mechanism to move the catapult launcher in order to launch the ping pong ball. Okay, the reason why we choose the plastic spoon is the light weight of the plastic spoon and make it easy for us to get quite a value of velocity. Right, as we can see, this is the base of this catapult launcher. The height of this base is 6.1 centimeter. Okay, when we want to launch this catapult, right, to get the angle, we must pull this straw down to get the 45 degree to launch the ping pong ball. Okay, now let's see the test. Okay, now we will see the calculation for projectile motion. Okay, as we can see here, this is the free body diagram. Okay, the length from point A to point B is 1.5 meter. The height of the base is 6.1 centimeter, and the angle for the launcher is 45 degree. Okay, what we want to find is the VO, or the initial velocity. For the vertical is y and the horizontal is x. Then VOY equal to VO sin 45 degree and VOX equal to VO cos 45 degree. Then we list data for the horizontal and the vertical. Okay, when we get the data, we put the data into the vertical motion and horizontal motion equation. Okay, for the vertical motion, the equation is y equal to yo plus voy t, or time, plus 1 per 2 ayt square. A is for acceleration. Then we will get the first equation. For the horizontal motion, x equal to xo plus vox t plus 0. This is 0 because the acceleration for the horizontal is 0. Then we will get the second equation. Then we substitute the equation number 2 into number 1. Then we will get the initial velocity is 3.058 meter per second. When we get the velocity, we can put it into the second equation to get the time of flight. Then we will get 0.564 second. Then the result is angle 45 degree, time of flight 0.564 second, and the velocity is 3.758 meter per second.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Muhammad Sufyan bin Mazlan. ID matrix number B01 B09191038. So for the project, I will discuss about the discussion and the conclusion. For the discussion, we use the vertical motion equation and horizontal motion equation. We need to break the initial velocity into x and y component in terms of the angle. This is to make it easy to create two equation. As for this project, we did not know the value of the velocity and the time flight, so we cannot use the kinematic equation, cannot be applied as the information is not enough. So we are using the vertical equation motion formula and horizontal equation motion formula, and from this formula we will get to unknown, which is the time and the VO. So we will be substitute the horizontal into the vertical equation formula in order to get the value of the velocity, and next we can obtain the time flight of the ping pong ball by substitute the value of the velocity into the horizontal line, into the horizontal motion formula. Then we will can get the both time flight and the velocity. So as for the launcher, we use rubber band as the mechanism for the launcher. However, there is a little bit small problem, which is the elasticity of the rubber band will decrease as it will also affect the velocity of the launcher. So in order to overcome this problem, we need to use more than one rubber, or we can try to replace the rubber band every trial of the launching the ping pong ball. That's all for the discussion. Let us move to the conclusion. Based from this project, we can conclude that the angle from the launcher must be at 45 degree in order to make sure the ping pong ball to reach the destination, which is 1.5 meter from point A. The velocity of the launcher must be 3.758 meter per second in order for the ping pong ball to reach its target. This is proven by calculation. The height of the catapult launcher is also must be considered, as the height will affect the horizontal range and the distance for the ping pong ball can reach. This is also the affect the velocity of the launcher. Next, the elasticity of the rubber band also plays a big role for our project. If the velocity of rubber band decrease, then the velocity of the launcher will also decrease. So that's all from me. Thank you.